All right, Big Mike. I wanted to ask you about another breaking news story that's out here, man. So there's a situation that's going on right now with an artist that's closely affiliated with Lil Durk and closely affiliated with OTF. He's one of the OTF artists. A guy by the name of Doodie Low. Now, Doodie Low was allegedly shot in Atlanta during a botched robbery, man. Did you hear about this situation? And if so, what did you think?
Yeah, I see, like, you know, you go on Instagram or Facebook or anything, you know, if it's breaking news, that gonna be the first thing that pop up. So it was like the first thing that pop up is like Doodie Low allegedly shot in the leg during the robbery or something like that in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see him.
Now, when it comes to Doodie Low, I know that's he's an artist from Kankakee who's closely affiliated with Lil Durk, and he's a part of OTF. Had you ever had any run-ins with Doodie Low, or did you know anything about him?
I mean, besides all on the blogs or whatever, and what I was seeing when I was locked up from other guys like that, like he be hanging with Durk and like that. But I don't know them yet.
Now, when you heard about him allegedly getting robbed and shot in Atlanta, what'd you think?
Niggas ain't safe no more. That's exactly the first thing that came to my mind. Because in my mind, I'm thinking like if Durk was out there, would have never tried that with him. But now that Durk book, like, you know what I'm saying, fair game now. Niggas ain't protected no more. So that's what I'm trying to get on. Like them niggas that nigga that had all that money ain't now here to save you no more. Like, we finna get your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was different from when Durk was out, was respected it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's Durk and their people, because a lot of motherfuckers in Atlanta respect Durk. Feel me? So like a motherfucker would have never tried that if Durk was out.
Yeah, I think so, because you see it in the actions. Because once Lil Durk once Lil Durk got locked up or whatnot, it seemed like a lot of the people from the OTF, they started to fade into the background where you really didn't see them as much. And Doodie Low was like one of the only ones who was out there holding the mantle. But he seems like he's solo out there.
Yeah, that's not the rest of their ass high. They ain't nobody trying to go down and go Rico. And nobody ain't Rico's and nothing. Everybody top dog trying to stay off the internet, trying to keep them peoples off trying to keep them off them people's radar. You know what I'm saying? They tough. They trying to chill.
And that makes sense. No, that makes sense, because last thing you want to do is end up in this RICO investigation. Now, with the whole Doodie Low situation, and a lot of the Chicago guys moving down to Atlanta and setting up shop there and actually mixing and mingling in the community, I heard somebody earlier today, King Yella, he basically made a video and he was talking about the situation. And he said that it seems like they don't like Lil Durk and a lot of the Chicago guys coming down there in Atlanta.
They really don't, because they feel like y'all come down here, y'all doing too much in our city, because that's where they was born at. You know what I'm saying? That's where they was raised at. And to have a bunch of crazy drill rappers and coming down there and like establishing themselves down there, like a lot of motherfuckers upset about that, but it's behind the scenes type. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers never come to the forefront and say it because got bread, be scared. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like that, like coming down here, y'all making all this noise. Take that back to Chicago, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of niggas down there was jealous of, you know, was down there jealous of Durk, man. Down here getting all this money at all these clubs, got all these bitches. You feel me? A lot of niggas around hating, bro. You know about it.
Of course, right? Especially when you're bringing in millions and you're bringing in people who are well known. Because I know Mimo 600, he's established, he's down there. A lot of other guys that have been arrested, their cases were down there, who are connected to OTF. Like all these guys from Chicago come down, they've got names in rap and they get money, man. Like that might make somebody a little jealous, right?
Hell yeah, that's gonna make them jealous. And allegedly, they seen the opportunity like, shit, we finna get this nigga. Shit, he got nice chain, nice watch, probably hit a pocket full of money. You know what I'm saying? Wearing all them expensive ass jeans, the shoes. took that as a shit. Finna get this nigga right now type shit. You know, on some hating shit. They felt like it was easier to do it not the dirt book.
That makes sense. I mean, you can't deny the logic in that, man. Because in any other situation, somebody with a lot of money, and like I always say, man, if you put yourself on the plate, they gonna treat you like food. You know what I mean?
Straight the up.
For real. And it looks like Doodie Low, man, if this proves to be true, just ended up in a bad situation. So what would you think? What would be your advice to rappers coming from Chicago, where they already got it on their chest and already got it on their shoulders that, you know, I made it out of a tough area. I made it out of one of the worst areas to make it out of as a rapper. And we actually did this. But you could slip too much. And I hate to bring your boy into this, your friend, King Von, but it feels like there's a level where you don't want to be in a situation where you're too comfortable and you could possibly lose your life, right?
But that's what they doing though. They getting comfortable in other cities thinking that other motherfuckers ain't in those cities.
It ain't where you from, nigga. It's where you at. Man, you already know what it is. Man, I don't know what Big Mike talking about. He talking about they ain't safe no more. It's been not safe. You think Dirk could really stop something out there? They way out of town, way in Atlanta. Know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody scared of Dirk. They tried to run up in Dirk crib, know what I'm saying, when he was out. King Yella, yeah, he's saying what everybody already know.
Doodie Low, man, I hope you good, man.
Shake back.
Y'all study playing, going to other people's cities and thinking y'all that. How you get shot and robbed in Atlanta, man? What you think happened?
There's something going on down there with them and them niggas in Atlanta, bro. There's something going on down there.
They don't like y'all, man. Duh, they don't fucking like y'all. Get up out of their city, man. Y'all, why are you hanging out? They don't like y'all, folks.
No, them niggas don't want them out there, man. Hey, Chicago niggas go everywhere thinking it's sweet. And them Atlanta niggas, they not going for it. And then you gotta think, they want that get back for Lil Pab. Niggas is not stopping, cause how they did Lil Pab, that was public. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Doodie Low, if he's supposed to be tough, all that, but I assume because, you know, the company you keep. I know Doodie from Kankakee, but you already know niggas from the trenches, they never left their city. Know what I'm saying? So they go to other niggas' city thinking it's sweet. Know what I'm saying? Thinking, oh, I'm from Chicago, so nigga, I'm bulletproof. It remind me of that movie. You already know. Belly. 2 childhood friends from New York went out there to Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska, to sell weight. They start getting into it with the local homegrown niggas out there. Niggas start telling on them. They spots start getting raided. People start getting unalived. Niggas start going to jail. And it's the same thing. These niggas is OT thinking they running shit in other niggas' city, and the homegrown niggas ain't going for it. They trying to take them out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me know in the comments, Thirst Gang. You already know what it is. Same old same. When I tap in with y'all, ain't no capping with y'all. Hit that like. Gone.